Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with more The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again. Before we begin with this review, I want to say, having been sick and everything, I'm going to make these like a Friday thing, so every Friday we'll review a different volume. It makes it a little bit easier with me, just in terms of pacing, and if I don't have the strength, so I'll just do it once a week. Besides, there was only 8 volumes, for now, I got volumes 1 through 7. 8th is on the way, so yeah, we'll get into this. And I did some reflecting, thought about, I reflecting on what I want to talk about in each chapter. I also was watching Espiritu and some of the comments, we shouldn't doing summary caps of things. Although this is a more of a comedy manga, so it's kind of a bit difficult. But I'm learning. We're gonna figure this out. So this chapter, we're off to a great start. The opening act of chapter 13. Saku and Yukichi are invited to his boss's her boss niece. I think her name's Yumi, I believe. Birthday party. Actually, let me check to make sure. Yeah, it's Yumi. So she gets invited to the party, and it's in this volume we get a little bit of lore dump in terms of some character developments at the party, and more in volume 14. We learned that, and this I think it's a little bit more expressed in anime, but Yumi's grandmother did have a cat. And it seems like she recognizes that Yumi is, she knows that black cats are good luck, and potentially that he is also understands that she's a masterful cat. The anime made it a little bit more explicitly clear that maybe she understood this, but the manga didn't come off that way. But she at least recognized, at least in terms of the manga, that a black cat is very special. It can be great value. So Saku does have a good cat, and he's very creative. I mean, guys that can do woodworking, he does wallpaper, he cooks, he cleans, he can kill cockroaches. We learned this in a little bit the bonus chapter. Also a little bit of sexy time of our waifu Saku herself. We also get some lore about her in this manga that's actually a bit funny. But one of the big lores is we learned that Saku's parents. They're still very much alive. We actually see them. They've sent a care kit for Yukichi, and they're demanding pictures. And of course, she tries to take a picture. She doesn't want to tell her parents that her cat is the size of a bear, which is kind of very creative and human. She doesn't want to express that. So she get the right angle. She rubs a whole bunch of fur off and tries to make a little cute creature, and mom gets upset. We learned that she also doesn't call her parents very often. She's a bit of a flake in that regard. She's very Miss Independent. She doesn't want to be reminded that she needs to get married, all that sort of shtick. So it's a very funny chapter. We do get to see a sexy cat. There's one time that she wants Saku to go to bed really early, for work, and he's like, "Come here, my baby. Go to bed." And it's like so suggestive, and it's so brilliant. The anime does a lot better, but it's like, "Okay, I'm going to bed." And she falls asleep in like 3 seconds. Like, he had her at 3 seconds flat. Or I think it was 3 minutes flat or something. It's like, it was easy peasy. It was so good. Listen, another thing about this manga is that it's very... it's like, if you're new to Japanese culture, it does talk about it. There's illustrations like this website, not my favorite website, my degenerate website, but a website you can use for that's Japanese artists. We're gonna learn a little about culture, dining, like the food groups. In the bonus chapter of part 0, we learn that the importance of making a comfy home. So, if you're entering an apartment and wanting to decorate, you got to figure out the best way of making it both inviting to come home, but also if you need to go to work, make sure that has a balance so that you want to leave for work, but at the same time come home and it's very comfy. See, he's figured this out, and we in the bonus chapter, in the kind of bonus chapter, we saw Yukiji getting home, and he is a small cat. He is small, like he's about as big as he seems like he's about as big as my camera or so. This with the stand and all, he's very small. But she does care for him. She gets the food, even if it's a little bit outdated, and because her house is such a disaster apartment, she sleeps in the wall. She gets up. We see a little sex. We see some cleavage. There's a cockroach. He takes care of it. He learns that if he wants to survive, he's got to do things for her. There's more to come with it. But the big thing about this chapter, I think the funny bit, is we found out Saku knows self-defense. Now, for whatever reason, I think when I was watching the anime, I never got the impression that she was 27, which is something we learned in Volume 1. But yeah, she's a bit of an older, slightly older. She's in late 20s. Yeah, she learned self-defense. The character, Nishina, she works at the grocery store. She's a kind of light blondish girl. Yeah, her ex-boyfriend was stalking her. Yukichi went out to search for Saku because there was a predator on the loose. He wanted to make sure she's home, but he has nothing to worry about because Saku can take care of herself. She basically he grabs Nishina's ex-boyfriend and just flops him over on his back and threatens like, "I'm gonna expose this on the video, and then we can go to see the cops." And he runs off like, "Okay, got it." Vows never to her, and she's like looks terrifying. And is, and of course Yukiji doesn't know what to make a sense of it. Another big development is the white cat. This cat's going to come back later, and he is funny. But his expression of seeing Yukiji, like, oh my god, this giant black cat. I'm like, holy crap. Yumi, he sees Yumi, Yukiji sees Yumi in the white cat in a box. He's like, with a box of like, take me home. She's not allowed to have cats in the apartment. And of course, her grandma's just too old and can't see very well, so she can't take care of it. Yukiji stays with her, and then it's like, and the cat's like, oh my god. He gets the cat some milk for strength, and he also tells his apartment, Saku's neighbor, like about it, and she's like, all right, I know someone's got a cat, but Yumi is of course sad, like I want to be with this cat, but unfortunately not. She can't have it, but it's cute enjoyment, and we're gonna be seeing this cat more often. This cat is hilarious, and like. It has normal eyes, but just like, oh my god, look, the eyes like pure white is like so perfect. Just so scared. Definitely reading Volume 2 made me like, I tried not to think about the anime because the anime is super cool and S tier and everything, but I could enjoy the artwork and everything from this manga, and I know I'm going a little bit off. But yeah, I think this is important. Rising to this manga, it's, if you're new to Japanese culture or want to learn a little bit about Japanese culture a little bit, this is a good series to do. And also like talks about, learn to cook, learning skills to be a better worker. This manga also has a lot of comedy picture moments with Yukichi, from him wanting to drink out of stink to also the snail girls, him dancing, and Saku's like, I'm gonna videotape this, and Yukichi's angry, and it's so good. Yeah, Volume 2, I think for me at least, it's a little bit better than Volume 1. Although Volume 1 is still excellent, but in terms of the comedy, Volume 2 is the quintessential. So I'm gonna end there. One last note: we do get a beautiful, just the opening scene right here. A little of our Saku and her cat. A little sexy pose with her. Gotta love the waifu. But I'm gonna end this video today, and here with Volume 2. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you check out the manga or the anime, whatever. Check out this beautiful slice of life. We'll come back with Volume 2 next week, next Friday or next Friday. I'm definitely enjoying it. I still like it, and I think having rereadings make me realize, take away from the anime, enjoy the manga for what it is, and I'm having a good time. So, but maybe future volumes I'll think differently. I don't know. But yeah, we're ending here. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. God bless you all. See you guys next time.